Conversation with Anastasia from the Ringing Cedars of Russia Part 1. Introduction. I first encountered Anastasia and the Ringing Cedars of Russia during Facebook's peak popularity. Initially, I only glimpsed a captivating image from the book but couldn't access it. Years later, a close acquaintance mentioned its content, yet I still lacked the opportunity to read it. Eventually, its publication on Amazon allowed me to delve into the material, which I found both inspiring and a powerful reminder of our true potential. After developing the ability to consciously connect with ethereal beings, I grew curious to learn more about Anastasia. It's important to note that this content is not affiliated with the author of the Anastasia and the Ringing Cedars of Russia series. Communicating with non-local beings requires patience, mental discipline, and significant energy. The lengthy conversations can be so draining that I sometimes struggle to form even two coherent sentences. Preparing for these sessions and tuning into the necessary frequencies demands considerable effort. Despite frequent self-doubt and criticism, I persevere, developing inner strength, endurance, and courage while breaking through mental barriers and growing spiritually. Note: as I continue to explore these different realms, I have realized that sometimes when in a session, I may connect to a group of beings, and yet have the ability to take a broader view of the entire situation to understand it better than the group I am communicating with. Therefore, you will notice some additional information which might not necessarily align with the narrative of the connected beings. And another situation I have noticed is that I might tune out of sync into a different reality but with subtle similarities. As I explore these different energies and beings, I'm learning as I go. Therefore, I have not researched or verified all the information received. For this reason, I always provide a disclaimer. The insights from these sessions should inspire you to do the work and do your own due diligence, DYODD. And what you choose to do with this information is entirely up to you. During these sessions, I sometimes experience energy emissions, related dreams, out-of-body experiences, energy shifts, and mental jolts. Recently, I felt a tingling sensation as Anastasia cleared my energy fields. I suggest maintaining an open mind while reading or listening to these sessions to benefit from them fully. Salutations. By the authority, power, union, and divinity of all creation, I, Muangakili, am opening this channel to communicate with Anastasia from the book series Anastasia and the Ringing Cedars of Russia. Only those with pure, constructive, and benevolent intentions may enter this session. The session commences now. Greetings. I sense that some of you are burdened by troubling spirits and dark clouds. I am now clearing these from your energy fields. You should feel lightweight and your inner sight becoming clearer. I am removing archon webs, nanoparticles, and other parasitic entities you have encountered. Be clear now. These entities were depleting your energy. To maintain this clarity, spend more time in nature, breathing fresh air and basking in sunlight. This practice will help reduce and clear out these heavy clouds and parasitic entities which thrive in cold, dark environments lacking sufficient sunlight. It is done. Transmission. Despite technological advancements and global commerce, people have paradoxically become more isolated in the modern era. While one might assume these developments have fostered greater connection, they have led to increased disconnection. The shifts in lifestyles and societal circumstances have inadvertently created barriers to genuine human interaction, resulting in a more digitally linked world but emotionally distanced. Your ancestors lived in harmony with nature. They maintained a close connection to all forms of life. Before the advent of electronic communication, individuals formed deep emotional bonds and personal connections. This intimate understanding allowed them to comprehend each other effortlessly, often without the need for words. They relied on their empathic connection, perceiving each other's energy and body language intuitively and clearly. In contrast to modern times, people of the past experienced deeper and more intimate connections. Today, isolation prevails due to physical distance and mental barriers. Your minds are often preoccupied, and your hearts are less attuned to the present moment. Constant concern with future events and past experiences makes it challenging to recognize your own emotions, let alone empathize with others. This difficulty is exacerbated when communication occurs through devices like telephones, which limit the ability to fully understand another person's experiences. In this age of reductionism, human interaction has been condensed to words, letters, and icons, neglecting the holistic nature of a human being and leaving much of this essence unexpressed. In those ancient times, people were deeply connected to the Earth's energetic networks, which linked all forms of life. This grounding occurred through direct contact with the Earth's surface, often by walking barefoot. Their bodies were more exposed to the elements, allowing for better air circulation and breathing. They consumed natural foods, wore clothing made from earth-derived materials, slept close to the ground, and maintained a close communion with animals. This lifestyle facilitated a profound connection to the Earth's energy grid system, fostering a harmonious relationship with nature. Furthermore, even when separated by vast distances, people maintained a strong sense of connection. This bond was facilitated by the flow of the Earth's energies, allowing individuals to sense one another across great expanses. They possessed the ability to distinguish between human and animal emotions, even from afar. This profound connection enabled them to transmit healing energies, offer comfort, and provide guidance to those who were lost, all through their link to the Earth's energy meridians. This deep connection to natural forces allowed for forms of communication and assistance that transcended physical proximity. Moreover, these individuals had a heightened focus due to the strong, healthy energetic fields surrounding them. This focus allowed their consciousness to travel along what they termed rivers of energies, enabling astral projection during sleep or deep meditation. Through these experiences, they gained profound insights into their surroundings and the nature of reality. Learning to recognize not only the changing seasons but also how different moon phases and specific hours of the night were conducive to accessing various spiritual realms. This knowledge stemmed from their understanding of dimensional convergence points and their deep connection to Earth's energies. As a result, they developed an intricate understanding of when to invoke different spiritual entities or powers, all rooted in their perceived connection to the planet's energy systems. Due to their close connection with the natural world, these individuals possessed an acute sensitivity to subtle energy fluctuations in their environment. They could perceive changes in atmospheric electrical currents and the flow of life force through living entities. By merely touching a leaf, they could discern the vitality of the plant, distinguishing between thriving and decaying organic material, and even estimating how long a leaf had been separated from its parent tree. This deep attunement to life energy allowed them to influence and guide various life forms according to their will, manipulating the flow of this vital force to achieve desired outcomes. Through this ability to separate consciousness from the physical body, these ancient people could alter their perception to experience a diverse scope of reality. They could shrink their awareness to explore microscopic realms or expand it to observe galaxies and other celestial bodies. By manipulating their etheric bodies to become lighter than air, they ascended above the clouds, gaining a panoramic view of their surroundings. This expanded consciousness facilitated encounters with otherworldly entities, enabling the exchange of ideas across different planes of existence. These abilities provided to them a broader perspective and understanding of the interconnectedness of all things, from the infinitesimal to the cosmic, making them unhinged to seek anything outside of themselves.